Greetings, Star Wars fans. We are bringing you the Star Wars Rogue One TIE Striker today. I was finally able to get my hands on this, and it looks like a really awesome vehicle. I really like the artwork there on the packaging, and of course it has the Rogue One artwork at the top of the box. And that's something I feel like is going to be collectible in years to come. The window box, of course, you can see the TIE Fighter pilot with an E11 blaster rifle. The top right, you see a logo for the Hasbro Studio Effects app, Nerf logo at the bottom. On the side of the packaging, of course, there's some artwork of the TIE Fighter pilot. And then on the back, you have your obligatory product shots. You can see the TIE Striker, the pilot, and down at the bottom, you see the images which detail the actual features of the Nerf cannon and the itemovable solar panels on the TIE Striker. On the left is just a brief bio of the vehicle. So it's a very interesting iteration in the TIE series of fighters. And we're going to pause the video, remove it from the package, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back with the Imperial TIE Striker, the latest iteration in the TIE family series of starfighters. And this is just a really awesome looking ship. My first impressions are that they did a really phenomenal job designing this and producing it as a 3 3/4 inch scale toy. It's very large. The solar panels are 17.5 inches long. They are 14.5 inches wide. The flight pod itself is 9 inches long, so it's a very decent sized ship, and it just looks really, really nice. And you can see, from the head-on perspective that it's a really nice looking ship. And of course, the solar panels are up in the flight mode right now, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But overall, it is a really, really good looking vehicle. I really like the design of it. And it's something different in the Star Wars family of ships, but it's also something familiar. And I think that's probably what the designers were going for when they came up with this. They wanted a TIE fighter, but they wanted something we had never seen before. And this is what they came up with. And this ship is mainly used for atmospheric defense. They conduct patrols over Imperial bases on planets, and they can go into space, and there's a couple of features on the ship about that, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But it's just a really, really awesome looking toy. So to begin with, of course, you can see the shape of the solar panels. Now, they have a similar design as the TIE Interceptor, but if you recall, the TIE Interceptor has two pair of solar panels, and they are shaped much different than this. And these actually look like just one part of each of the solar panels. But it's just a very minimalist design to it, but still just has that nice, sleek look and, just a very menacing appearance to it. Now, I said that the solar panels were up in flight mode, which they are. And this is how the ship would configure to fly into space outside of a planet's atmosphere to engage any type of threat. On the back of the flight pod is a switch, and if you press it down, they will drop down into attack mode, and this is how you'll see the ship flying within the atmosphere of a planet. So it has a just a very menacing look to it. And you can see the laser cannons there on either side of the Nerf launcher. And unlike the U-Wing, the Nerf launcher on this ship does not retract. However, it doesn't take away from the appearance of the vehicle. I had previously intended to remove the Nerf launcher, but after seeing this in person, I'm actually just going to leave it as is. So the cockpit is the next thing I want to talk about. On the Lego version, both cockpit hatches open because it's designed to be a two-seater vehicle. On this version, it's a one-seater. So the cockpit hatch is here. It just comes up like this. And there's a clip here that holds the pilot's blaster. And if I angle it up, you can see the cockpit on the inside. There's a lot of nice detailing in there. It's drab gray plastic, but a little bit of customizing there can make that cockpit look really nice. And that's something I wish the U-Wing had more of, was a more detailed control panel on the inside of the cockpit. The next thing I want to look at is the TIE pilot figure. Of course, it's a standard 5-point of articulation action figure, but it's nicely detailed. You can see it's got a lot of details there in the chest box, the belt, the gloves, the comm badge on the side of his arm, Imperial logo. It just looks really nice. And if you look at his E11 blaster rifle, you'll see that it also has a tactical flashlight there on the side. And that's something that you're going to be seeing a lot of in Rogue One. So to fit the figure in the vehicle, we're going to remove his blaster and just kind of angle him to sit in there like so. And then you take his blaster pistol and it just kind of plugs into this port. If you put it in there the right way, it will. There we go. Like so, with the barrel down. And then you can close the cockpit. And there you have your pilot inside of your TIE Striker. So it's a really, really nice looking ship. Nice design. The next thing I want to show you guys is the Nerf launcher on the bottom. So it takes up the entire bottom section of the flight pod. This whole panel snaps on at assembly. But it doesn't really take away from the ship. And then you have these forward sections here and these sections here which it actually rests on. On the bottom of the solar panels are these clips which hold on the Nerf darts. You can remove these. They have a slotted screw there. And then of course the Nerf launcher, to fire it, you just take a dart, press it in the barrel, and that cocks it. And then if you swing around to this side, there's a button right here. And you just depress the button and it fires the Nerf dart. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have the Star Wars Rogue One Imperial TIE Striker. And this retails for $39.99 US dollars at Walmart. And it's just a really nice looking vehicle. I'm certain in the near future these may be marked down on sale for Christmas and possibly reduced afterwards. But if you're wanting to pick one of these up, they are a nice ship. And $39.99 is a little bit expensive, but again, for the size of the vehicle and the features that they're including, I think it's probably worth that price point. So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video review. As always, I check my analytics and follow where all of my viewers are watching from. Thank you to all of the guys who have taken the time to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and really appreciate those who follow me. Feel free to check out my Facebook page, Orion's Belt Creations. I do a lot of fan fiction writing, post tidbits of news and information, just a little blog and discussion of that sort of thing. Also a contributing columnist for OuterRimNews.com. Outer Rim News is one of the leading Star Wars news websites with over 18,000 followers and subscribers. We feature commentaries, news on collecting, the latest news in the Star Wars universe, including live-action films and animation. So for all of your Star Wars news information, please visit OuterRimNews.com and Outer Rim News on Facebook. Thank you guys for watching my video. Stay tuned. There's more to come. May the Force be with you.